Welcome to episode 6 of the Pow Wow Lounge. I am your host, Michael Michelle, and today I am joined by Brianna and a new face. New face, you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Jonna.
Gianna, yes. Clap it up for Jonna. Welcome,
Thank you,
Jonna.
thank you.
Hopefully you have a good time while you're here. We won't be too hard on you.
Yeah.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Oh, well then.
Wow, no faith in us, but it should be pretty easy.
I know Brianna.
Yeah, well.
You're good cop, she's bad cop.
That's a good, yes.
She's more medium cop.
Compared to you, I'm probably good.
She's
She
probably
got
a
it
saint.
right. But if you're wondering how we met, of course, like all the answers I've given in the previous weeks, it's school, because that's the only appropriate answer. I've known Jonna since, let me see, is it elementary or middle?
Oh, wow.
I started at Riverdale in 5th grade.
Girl, you just name drop.
Oh, yeah.
Beep.
I'm sorry.
Although y'all don't know what that means,
But yeah, it is. 5th grade is when I started, so it had to have been elementary
so
school.
elementary school, and we spent from elementary to high school, and then some time in college
And then,
together.
yeah,
Oh, yeah. I forgot
the
about
first
that,
year of
actually.
college, and she left me, and then she came back.
Yikes, I did, and then you left me.
Well,
But
I
you
graduated. She just up and dipped.
But so we've kind of kept contact throughout the years in passing, and so this is John and I's first time kind of like sitting down again since Wine Wednesdays in college. And shout out to that crew. Right, shout out to that crew. Briante, Jonette, Tracy, and Maya, which I saw she had a song, so congratulations, Maya.
Biggest Problem by Vixen out on all platforms.
Yes, shout it
Yes.
out. Congratulations, Maya. Wishing you so much success. I will put the link to your song in the description just for you. All right, so this past Monday was a huge event, okay? If you're on social media, then you know what's going on. If you watch TV, e-news or something like that, you definitely knew what was going on. It was the Met Gala. Now, everyone turns into their best version of a fashion critic when the Met Gala rolls around every year, us included, okay?
Obviously.
But if you are not familiar with what the Met Gala is, let me just explain it to you. So the Met Gala, or Met Ball, is a charity event that is considered a fundraiser for the Metropolitan Museum of Art's Costume Institute in New York City. Each year, the event usually marks the start of the museum's fashion exhibition. The event is invitation only, with seating costing approximately $40,000 and tables costing $300,000. So we won't be there. As a part of the spectacle, luxury fashion designers are paired with A-list celebrities to exhibit their outlandish custom designs inspired by the year's theme. This year's theme was Karl Lagerfeld, A Line in Beauty, which honored the illustrious career of the late designer who designed for brands such as Fendi, Chloe, and Chanel. What actually happens inside the Met Gala is still a mystery. It's a well-kept secret. However, thanks to some celebrities, we know a few things. We know what they're wearing, we know whether or not the food is good, and we know there's a little concert at the end. But the biggest thing about the Met Gala is the fashions, honey. So, this year, who was your best? Who was your worst?
Oof. I mean, I think worst. Well, men-wise, worst men.
Nas X.
Yes.
Lil Nas X.
Little Nas X.
I'm going to be sure.
cheek.
Yeah,
I
I'm going to
don't
post
know.
pictures as we talk about this so you see exactly who we're talking about.
I don't know if y'all saw Trolls too, but he looked like Tiny Diamond.
Oh,
The little
wow.
sparkly
Yeah,
one. I
he
saw
looked
the
like
meme of
Tiny
that.
Diamond.
Yeah, he was, I don't know exactly what he was aiming for. He was silver and shiny
Yes.
with no clothes on.
Mhm.
And
The
boots.
mask was too much.
Oh yeah,
like,
I forgot about the mask.
He had on like face paint and this silver mask that looked kind of. I hate to be one of those people, but it almost looked a little demonic. It was not.
Well, it fits with his song, right? Was it Montero?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
But I liked
It's on
the
theme.
song.
Jared Leto was questionable to me too with the huge cat costume.
Can you imagine
Literally
how hot
a cat.
he got? Cause them costumes aren't.
Yeah, well, he took the head off.
Yeah, he
eventually
was
on
didn't
the
walk
carpet.
the carpet really with that.
No,
Even
No.
when he
Well,
took
no,
it off, it wasn't that good.
he hugged Lizzo, and Lizzo was like, "Who is this?"
Yeah.
You didn't see that?
No, I didn't, but I did see the dog on the side who was very confused.
I'd be terrified too. If I was
You see
Yeah.
this giant cat
That's
walking through
giant.
you.
He didn't like that very much. Okay, best dressed. You'll have best.
Yes. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing her name, but Anok Yai I think is how you pronounce it.
Yeah,
She
she was really good.
Gorgeous.
Yeah,
I've never seen someone so pretty.
I like
she looked
hers.
like
I
art.
like Tim's. Hallie's.
Hallie's
was
Halle
good.
Bailey.
Cardi B.
Yes.
I think Cardi B.
Cardi was good.
She's a fashion girly. We got to put some respect on her name.
Yeah, she looked good.
She don't make music no more, but her them looks be coming.
Well,
through. She don't make
trying.
music no more.
She's trying. I don't know. Brian Tyree, I thought he was pretty cool.
He was
the
the
guys,
best dressed man, I think.
The guys showed up this year.
Well, no,
capes.
all 4 Burberry boys.
Yeah, there was a lot of Burberry. Dr. Dre was in Burberry. Burner Boy.
Mary and her boots were in Burberry.
Oh, I forgot about Mary that fast. Yeah, Mary was
They
in
had
Burberry.
the old heads on lock.
They did.
They did, but they did not do them justice.
I think it was on sale, you know.
It was clearance rack Burberry. Like, you know that one person that got one designer item?
Yep.
And
It was
wear
still
it to everything?
$200,000, but it was
My
on
gosh.
sale.
That's what it was giving.
They gave clearance rack to y'all.
I mean,
no,
that-
we didn't give clearance. It gave buy one, get one.
Not buy one.
that
get
pattern
one.
is
Oh
on
my
any
gosh.
clearance rack in a Ross. I can go
It
into a
is.
Ross today
Yeah.
and recreate those outfits.
Same color too.
Exactly.
It's definitely in the
No,
bin.
Ross has different
like-
colors.
You know how it's like they have the baby shower uniform? That feels like a gender reveal uniform. Like they all had on that blue and black. Like,
yeah, that
oh,
is.
wow.
That
like
is.
I wanted to be a boy, so I'm pulling up in my blue Burberry.
Yeah.
It wasn't flattering. Doja Cat though did really well. She showed up as a cat.
Yeah.
An elegant
Loved
cat.
Camp.
Yeah, hers wasn't like costumey. So hers was really good.
But I like that she uses prosthetics in a lot of her her fashions
She's
now.
daring. Like
Yes.
she's never boring on the carpet.
And it
she's
works
gonna give
for
you
her.
something.
Yeah, it works for her.
And
For
did you
sure.
guys see her interviews where she was just meowing the whole time?
I saw like one,
Such a
but I
troll.
didn't know each one was like that.
Most of them, she didn't speak. They'd ask her a question, she'd just go meow, 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 meow.
What a clown! Shout out to you, Doja. That's hilarious. Anne Hathaway was pretty good too.
Gorgeous.
Anne Hathaway
Genovia.
looked great.
Princess of Genovia.
Yes.
Yeah. Rihanna
It was a
Okay.
rose bush moment.
I'm the only one
was
who
giving cake
liked
icing.
it. I liked it with the jacket on. She
She
took the
looked-
jacket off and it was not.
I liked the photos that I got with her looking in a rose garden with the red lip. I do like that.
I liked the
I
little
love
glasses
that.
with the lashes too. Like
That-
it was
the glasses
fun.
with the lashes was
Wait,
a joke.
It was
That looked-
fun.
Rihanna, you play
That
way too
one-
much.
That one, I was like, it looks like them cars that be having them lashes. I saw the
It does
tweet.
exactly
Yeah, I
what-
saw the tweet.
yeah.
They were like, that looks like the nurses that work all day and
take
like
their job
yep,
seriously.
and having all. I was like,
With
yeah,
the
I
lashes
can see
on
that.
that. Yeah. It was all right. What do you think about ASAP's look?
Pebble.
Can you stop calling that man Pebble? she keeps calling ASAP Rocky ASAP Pebbles.
You know what's really bad? I know we looked at them, but I genuinely cannot remember what he did.
Well, he literally wore kind of the same thing that Carl wore at some point.
Kilt or something.
Yeah, it was like a
he had
kilt
on.
with jeans and shiny boots.
It didn't feel like Met Gala, but that could be
He
him
was just
trying
an
to give him.
accessory. He was
But-
just an accessory at the end of the day.
But you know what I'm gonna say? For him to have jumped across that woman's head like that, I expected more. I expected better of you.
Wait a
ASAP.
minute. Wait,
If you're gonna assault somebody,
I expected better from that girl. I would have been on that floor acting like I am broken, talking about
You
you
and me
dating a
both.
billionaire. I need some of that.
They were absolutely too calm because
They
everyone was
were.
like, "Oh my God, ASAP jumped over me," and I would have been like,
he would have been face first on that
I would
pavement.
have
Don't
acted like
touch
that
me.
girl who got hit by Miguel's foot at that one thing.
Oh
that
my
would have been
gosh,
me.
yeah.
I would have been suing for emotional damages. Like, no.
My
Harassment.
glasses, I would have thrown them somewhere. I'd have been like, oh, I need new
Wait a minute,
glasses.
But give it time. When she wakes up in the next few days and she's got that neck strain, we've
and
already
and
we
the
saw
glasses,
the picture, we saw
glasses
the
arms
video.
a little off. Yeah,
She's got a case. It's all good now, but wait until that neck starts acting up. She's gonna be right up in there.
When she starts thinking clearly.
yeah.
Exactly. Who else do we
I would've
have?
thought
Oh,
clearly in a
Tiana
second.
Taylor. I
It
like
was
the
very
top
It was
hat.
Tiana. It was
Mhm.
Tiana.
Yeah.
She was wearing the designer of the night though. So
I
like,
did
Yeah,
like the
she
design.
was.
Tom Brown
Yeah.
dressed like her, Janelle Monáe.
Mhm.
Is it Jenna Ortega?
Yeah,
Yes,
Pusha T.
Yeah.
Like they
Yeah.
were
The best
to
collection,
the
I think.
nine.
It was
Yeah.
the most cohesive of
Mhm.
everybody.
Out of everyone, I think Janelle Monáe was my favorite, and Tom Brown too. She
Yeah,
had, like,
when I
the
saw the
Yes.
dress,
performance.
in total, it
Mhm.
looked great. And then it's crazy because this was like one of the few years the Kardashians were not like an element at all. Nobody cared that much
No.
about their fits.
We're
Kim
phasing them
recreated
out.
her Playboy shoot, and
Which she didn't do well. She didn't do well.
And then Kendall wore what was like 6-inch, 7-inch platforms or something.
With
with
arm
a
drapes.
bodysuit.
Yeah, which kind of just looked like you just didn't have anything else to wear. You just went to your closet.
She
real
rushed
quick.
it.
Her after
Yes.
party look was better than the original, I think.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
even
didn't
that
like
was
that.
still just kind of underwear, but it looked better to me.
Wasn't a fan. And then what was it Kylie? Is that the other one? Yeah.
Yeah, Kylie.
It was a cute dress. It just wasn't for the Met.
Yeah, that's another one to me. It was just like, oh
Boring.
crap, I forgot. I'm going to the Met today. Let me go to the closet.
And I think that was like her debut as like one of the girls for Jean Paul Gaultier. So like I wanted more.
It wasn't giving, huh?
It should have been more.
It wasn't giving.
Like she could wear that in her Christmas card or something. Like it was just.
You know, she
wow.
probably was going to, but then Chris kicked it out because it wasn't part of the theme.
Oh my gosh. But
That's very likely.
Like, doesn't it seem like that could be it?
possibly. But interestingly, Johnny, you brought this to my attention before recording. A lot of people didn't show up to the Met Gala this year because of the theme and who it was celebrating. So you want to emphasize that a little bit for us?
I mean, Karl Lagerfeld sucks as a person. He's burning as we speak.
Oh, wait a minute. All right, wait.
I just want you to edit some flames.
Am I doing too much for the podcast?
Well, I mean, all the Jonas thoughts are Jonas thoughts alone. I was like,
Hey, look,
And
Karl
not a
Lagerfeld can't do
reflection of-
nothing to me. Look, he didn't really like black people, from what I understand. He was absolutely fat phobic. Like he did not like fat people. He wouldn't look at them. People said.
wow.
He didn't believe in the Me Too movement. Thought it was like a bunch of women trying to seek attention type stuff. And you know, he was just not a great guy. So like people like Blake Lively and Zendaya probably didn't show up because of who they were celebrating. And they're like, yeah, y'all ain't about to cancel me.
Instead, Zendaya
don't
went to the
blame
game.
Exactly. And then the people who were interviewed on the red carpet, when people were like, oh, so what do you feel about Karl Lagerfeld? A lot of them were dodging the question. It's like, I'm just happy to be invited to the Met every time. Because
Wow.
nobody wants to be that person who's like, yes, I loved Karl Lagerfeld, even though he hated brown people and fat people.
Which is so interesting because, like we were talking about before shooting, our community spends a lot of money on Chanel bags for the designer or one of the designers at some point in time not to care about people of color, which is nuts.
It is
But then
nuts.
it goes down to people just want things with a brand name on it. They
There's
don't
that.
But
care about
some
the
of them bags are
backstory.
not.
The Chanel stuff looked better when he was the director, though, I will say. I hate to admit it. I don't like him, but...
Well, and I'm not a fashionista, so I wouldn't know. But I'm just like...
Like, he did one Chanel show that has probably one of my favorite dresses of all time. I wish it was at this Met, but I think, like, Lily Rose Depp wore it to a Met a couple years ago, so it couldn't be worn again. But he was talented. I'll give him that. That is it.
Whoa.
Hate him.
That
He's
was
burning.
the one pro
Not
that she gave.
Right, not
one.
burning.
That's all I have for him. He was a good designer. Chanel wouldn't be Chanel. And I think Fendi's brand now, that branding would not be there. He created that when he worked at Fendi.
So you're giving him his flowers a little, Jonna.
No, she
I
gave him
can
the stem.
respect talent, but yeah.
Stem. Oh my
She didn't
gosh.
even
I
get the
see
bud.
him how I see Kanye, where it's like, okay, talented person, horrible person.
Okay,
you know?
yeah. I can
So
see
there
that.
is a division, you think?
Yeah, like if I'm separating the art from the artist,
Oh, so you can do that?
Okay.
not in terms of like actually supporting, even though I can't afford Chanel, but like if I could afford
Not
Chanel,
yet. Not yet.
I wouldn't be going to get like
yeah.
stuff from him. And even the Chanel brand, I think, has had some.
Are you still
history.
listening to R. Kelly?
No.
I just want to know the extent of separating the art from the
Absolutely
artist. I
not.
just want to know. Okay.
Do y'all
Yeah.
Just
speaking of,
checking.
like that stuff? How do y'all know how they pick who's performing each year?
No clue.
Because
No
I
clue.
found out Lizzo performed like of course days after, and I'm like, you know, how
It
do
was
they
a
pick the
surprise
people?
performance from what I heard too. Like she
So
knew,
she
but
just-
no one knew
Oh,
there.
I don't-
I'm
outside of,
thinking she
like-
just took the mic and was like, you know what,
I
time to
have-
go,
I have no idea.
huh? Yeah,
That's a secret. I told you. We
yeah,
don't know.
it really is.
It is kind of funny though that she was the performer.
Yeah,
at
and that's-
Karl Lagerfeld.
Yeah, and that's
hated
what
fat people.
that's what made me think of that. I'm like,
And that's why her
interesting.
dress sucked.
Oh.
Yeah.
She couldn't pull any vintage or anything because he did not. He would not design for larger bodies.
people. Well, that's a boo.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, that was the Met Gala. I don't know. Let us know what you think about the outfits.
Who is
there
your
is
best
no
dressed?
there is no wrong answer here.
Yes,
And
there is.
you know, just leave a comment and let us know what's going on.
I know she's the host, but there is a wrong
There
comment.
is.
There are some
There is.
people that should not be on your best
Yeah.
dressed list.
But I would love
You
to
like
hear
what
'em.
you like. I just want to see what we're going to get. So let us know in the comments. Just drop something down there and tell us who you liked that we mentioned, or if you had someone that we didn't mention that you liked, let us know down there. Okay, so we had the Met Gala, and it seemed like the next day the writers of Hollywood went on strike. So
Real fast,
very
too.
chaotic week here for Hollywood.
Really, really fast.
Did you guys hear that? Because the MTV Awards are supposed to be tomorrow.
Yeah.
Drew Barrymore
She-
dropped out in
I did see that.
solidarity.
Yeah, but
and
they're
it's
still
not going
gonna
to be live anymore.
Yeah, but they're still gonna put out her stuff that she pre-recorded.
Wow.
But yeah, she dropped out. Everything for season 3 for a lot of people's favorite shows, they're gonna either be delayed or not at all because
Right.
you know nobody's in there.
Abbott Elementary is being
Oh,
pushed back, which
yup.
hurts me. I love Abbott
First
Elementary.
of all, that right there, I like Quinta's sign. She was like, "AI can't write Tyreek's raps," and I totally
Well,
agree. No one
maybe
can.
not. But without going in too much detail, let me give you guys a little bit of backstory on what's going on. So, film and TV writers have gone on strike this past week for the first time in 15 years, okay? According to the Writers Guild of America, which is the union responsible for protecting writers, they say that streaming is one of the greatest threats facing writers today. Due to streaming, writers' pay and job security has eroded, despite growing budgets of series. For example, streaming services use smaller writing rooms called mini rooms to develop series with shorter seasons than broadcast shows. So, for example, let's take Netflix. If you have like a new series on Netflix, 9 times out of 10 it's 8 to 10 episodes and that's it. Versus like if we take Abbott Elementary, you're getting like 20 something episodes, right? So they have a shorter amount of time to do work, which leaves them in a bit of a bind when it comes to finding another job because they can't rely on that long season to carry them. Some of the things that the WGA wants for their writers is they definitely want pay increases. They want minimum protections, pay protections, because I didn't know that comedy writers earn less than other writers, depending on what their, I guess, genre is.
And they're more important, I would say.
Exactly.
Yeah. Why you think SNL is
They're all
right
important.
Exactly. They want improvements in streaming residuals. I saw on Twitter, one writer earned exactly 3 cents from their efforts for 2 episodes of a show, which is kind of disrespectful. They want a minimum number of scribes per writing room, and then they want strict limits on AI use in scripts. So not only are they arguing for better pay, they want job security, but now with the development and advancement of AI, that is now an extra threat because we can just get a computer to do your job and write like how you write, because now we know how you write, and the computer can use certain, I guess, analytics to sound like you.
AI is so scary.
Which it's
that's
terrifying,
why
right?
Those posters
AI
said
is
AI
crazy.
won't like your producer ideas either.
Right, and so the WGA is fighting the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers, and they represent 8 major studios, including Amazon, Apple, and Disney, okay? Now, I do want to say this. A lot of these studios are in trouble and feeling immense pressure from Wall Street because Wall Street investors have put a lot of money into Hollywood, and they're looking to seek a profit. They want some of that money back for all the money they put in to kind of lay the groundwork for streaming. However, nobody knows how profitable streaming is. And if we look at the metrics, you pay $12 a month for everything. I don't think you're getting much back in return. So that is causing pressure amongst the studios. They are cutting staff. I think I saw, what was it? I can't remember. Disney, Disney laid off a lot of people.
Well, then Disney said, was it today or yesterday or something? They said all writers need to do their other duties, like just don't write, basically.
Yeah, they want them to
So
come
they're
back
still,
to the
yeah,
to
they're
the
still
to the,
really
to the
pressuring
sets.
them.
So that is what's putting a lot of pressure on the studios, which is putting pressure on the writers. It could explain why some of the series and shows may not be that great, why we're seeing an influx of a lot of things that are kind of low quality. I mean, these are all things that I think that the writers are asking, what they're asking for is pretty reasonable. But nobody knows how long the strike could last. But it seems that the the types of shows that are going to feel the burn the most are late night shows or shows that have writers daily.
Yep.
So if you're into, let's say, Jimmy Fallon or SNL, you're going to get those reruns until they figure this out. So,
and I mean, the last writer's strike, I've heard, it went on so long that's how we got reality TV.
Exactly. So that's The Apprentice got rebooted after, I think, was this in, I could get the year wrong. I think it's 2005, but I could be wrong. We got more Big Brother, and we got The Apprentice reboot because of a writer's strike.
Yep, and
the shows that did come out during the writer's strike, people historically to this day are like, those are the worst seasons of television you've ever seen.
But then now a lot of writers on their like signs were saying, we write reality shows too, so you're not going to get anything new.
Because there has to be some level of script writing in reality.
I mean,
some of these storylines are so horrible. It's
I also saw one sign that was like, I will spoil Succession, and I'm like, you know what, y'all
go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it.
Do it.
I want to see it. Go ahead and do it. So what do you guys think about this?
This is just like the teacher pay and stuff.
Yeah, I was about to say, let's break it into pieces. Do the writers have legitimate gripes?
Yes. Because they're not being paid livable wages. Like a lot of people are saying, I can't afford my rent.
And especially like going to, the California or New York, it's like you said, you can't afford anything off of
absolutely not
2 cents.
There's no way. They're just asking to be treated like humans.
Basic,
I feel like basic human
needs.
They're
not even getting a minimum wage at this point.
Not a lot of them. And then within the strike, there's also disparity between, I hate to do this, but it's just a thing. People of color earn less than their peers. Now, I am not saying this as a black woman because I'm black, but I'm just saying data shows that they may not be getting paid their worth compared to their counterparts. So take that how you want. But
I do not hate to say this. There is a stigma of how black writers, brown writers, female writers, LGBTQ plus writers, which it's Hollywood. You would expect half of the people in these rooms are LGBT.
Be something of
but
that.
It's a bunch
category.
of like straight white men.
Yep.
That are getting paid the most decently, and even that's not enough. So that should tell you something. If straight white men can't afford to live,
right, then the other groups aren't. On top of that, they said too, producers in other aspects of film and TV get paid more and do way less.
Yeah,
producers sit on their ass.
No, they don't do anything. I mean, they got everybody else to do it for them.
Producers ruin a lot of projects too. Like the DC Universe movies, they suck because the producers keep trying to put their input in so they can be more like Marvel instead of just being what they are.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
So y'all keep up with the comic stuff. I just be sitting here like,
just hope for the best.
Okay, but on the flip side, knowing that the film studios are being pressured by investors, we agree the writers are deserving of everything. But if we look at it from a business aspect, what kind of position do you think the studios are in? Because it's like they can't really focus on the content.
They don't want to take a pay check, pay cut.
Yeah,
like that's really what it comes down to. Because a lot of these. This is my opinion, not the opinion of the Pow Wow Lounge. But I feel like a lot of these producers and like higher ups within the film industry and TV industry, they're making millions, right? And they don't want to take less money in. Because really how to fix this would be them taking a pay cut and dispersing that across the board.
That would make sense.
They're not going to do that. So... or they don't want to do that. They're gonna have to find some kind of middle ground because if this goes on for long, we ain't gonna have nothing.
It's not gonna be any quality stuff.
Yeah,
we all gonna be watching Real Housewives and Big Brother and Love Island.
And Zeus might be on prime time. Actually, Zeus
for
Network
real,
shows, which are
Natalie Nunn gonna make some.
She's
money.
gonna make a lot of money,
which are very problematic shows. Could be on your television.
You gonna be seeing Krishan
all day, all night
on E News.
You don't want her because if you look at her sideways, you're getting a fist in the eye.
Yeah. If you see this Krishan, I got love for you. Don't.
Right. We have to say. I've said this before.
Yeah.
Literally
we did.
I know you are from Maryland, so if I happen to run into you in Baltimore or something, I don't want you to it to be on site.
Please,
I don't fight.
Act like you don't see us at all. Just walk past.
Yeah.
No, you're right. It's actually 100% about profit. I just try to see things from multiple angles. Just as I know, I get the pressure, but pretty much I get the pressure. But it seems like a lot of things are like that with jobs. It's the higher ups get most of the pay. The bottom percent does most of the work. And they just want, I think it's just a human decency or just to be respected and fair. But as for some reason, that's not really translating in anything.
Because
I don't understand.
Then it comes down to.
I mean, I know it's about money, but
people aren't good. Then it comes to greed, and then it's like, why would I share if I'm the producer? I had the big title, So
I get it.
Just capitalism.
Yeah.
Jonna, that's a trigger word.
Trigger
warning.
She shouldn't have invited me because I got words on capitalism too.
That's a whole that's a whole nother podcast.
That really is.
Yeah, no.
But just in general, it's profit over people. And so the people who are in that 1% are going to continue to try and stay in the 1%. 100%. And all of us in the 99%,
are going to fight over the scraps.
Yep.
And this is a good place for us to take a break. Hold on and we'll be right back. And we're back. So we just wrapped up talking about the writer's strike in Hollywood, and we stand with the writers on this one. But I want to shift pro-union. Okay. But I want to shift focus onto something new that's happening in America. There's an epidemic of loneliness. So America has a problem with loneliness, according to the Surgeon General Vivek Murthy, and he put out an advisory titled "Our Epidemic of Loneliness in Isolation." Now, according to this advisory, even before the COVID-19 pandemic, about half of U.S. adults reported experiencing measurable levels of loneliness. The physical consequences of poor connections with others can cause a 29% increase in heart disease, a 32% increase in the chance of having a stroke, and a 50% increased risk of developing dementia for older adults. Wow, I cannot talk. Young people between the ages of 15 and 24 are even more at risk of suffering from extreme loneliness because of, can you guess? Y'all want to guess?
Social media.
Dun, dun.
Social media. There you go. They're making most of their connections online, which is replacing in-person interactions, which is incredibly alarming. However, my biggest takeaway from this article, and that's published by NPR, so I'll be sure to link it in the description, is that loneliness, you can experience that even if you're surrounded by a lot of people, because loneliness is about the quality of your connections. So I'm going to ask you guys, are you guys experiencing loneliness? We're going to have a friend check-in.
Well, not right now.
Yeah,
I'm surrounded by these beautiful people.
Good. Oh my gosh, yes.
I mean, this beautiful person, and then Brianna.
The wonderfulness.
Oh, well, thank you. I got the beautiful. This is fantastic.
I got the
this is fantastic.
But
but
no, I don't think so right now. I think I'm pretty good.
Okay.
I'm also an introvert though, so I like my own company. So
like your own company. So y'all have never experienced.
I wouldn't say never.
I think I experienced, but I mean, at this moment, I'm pretty I'm
Yeah.
good.
I
The
think it
sun's
helps that
charging me up. I got people. I'm good.
It's summer, springtime.
Yeah.
This is my time where I thrive.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be outside. So
you're gonna be outside. So no loneliness with these two.
But what
at
about
present.
you?
I mean, yeah, I can relate to this. I was talking with some family members this week, my mom and grandmother, about this advisory in particular, and yeah, loneliness is there for me. Which is strange because I'm surrounded by people all the time, it seems. But for some reason, it's a different type of connection, I guess, that it's not being fulfilled. Because I have family, I have friends. There's something else in there that's not quite
A dog.
I would like a dog.
Oh, what kind?
I've always wanted a Yorkie, so I think they're really good dogs.
Yeah.
A dog. Maybe a dog. I don't know. I don't know if it's companionship or if it's just I should be doing more things.
Ooh,
a side piece.
I'm for that for you.
Oh my gosh.
Or 2 side pieces.
Hey, this is now a romance hotline.
Wait a minute.
No, it is not.
We are looking for 2 side pieces for the
We
meal
are-
of Michael.
No, we are not. We are talking about loneliness.
That helps
Tell the
loneliness.
people your type, Michael.
That helps loneliness.
This does not help loneliness. No, but you know what? People could be dating someone and be lonely.
Yeah.
And in that metric, I think you should break up.
You know, I was about to say that too. I was about to say that's not great, but
Feel lonely in a relationship. No, but
I mean, you need more than just a relationship too.
yeah, you have to know yourself before, be okay with you before you're with someone else.
Yeah, I think a lot of people probably miss that. memo.
Yeah, because that's when they find.
Not who.
Because that's when they're finding something in somebody else that they should have had in themselves.
I think it's so easy to get wrapped up your
Oh,
identity
yes.
in somebody else.
Oh yeah.
I will agree. I will also agree that it seems like everyone is miserable in relationships these days. Is there anything good about relationships?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy.
I was just about to say the relationship.
I'm pretty happy.
Everybody hates everybody. That's just what's going on.
There are people I didn't like being with,
and that we didn't like you with.
Yeah.
No comment.
I name names, but
I would too. But
I'm not going to be petty about broke boys.
And I'm pretty sure that his sister probably watches every now and then.
I don't know her, and I don't like him.
But she knows I don't like him, so.
I hope you're finding better luck on Hinge.
Or Tinder or Bumble, whatever one you decided to be on this week.
Or Grindr.
Ooh.
Whoa.
That would have been a nice plot twist.
If only we
but
knew
I could see
Grindr
that.
Wow.
Check.
Oh my.
I do.
Okay. We went from loneliness to Grindr. That is that
helps loneliness.
I couldn't stop the shade. I'm sorry.
No.
But what do you think helps loneliness in that type of sense?
What I'm experiencing, I don't think can be fulfilled by what you guys were saying. I think it's, I honestly don't know. Because it's like yearning for a particular type of connection that's not common. Like someone or persons that you can be like 100% vulnerable with. Like that is like a very difficult thing to find. So it's like
it really
right.
is.
So I'm, you know,
that is
my
true.
type of loneliness is very specific. So I don't know.
You also have to, you know, people don't want to let their guard down for that, you know, vulnerability. But you also, it's like a give or take type of
I don't mind letting it down, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I can analyze people very well, and if you do something that's totally like, okay, for example, the way that you treat a waiter. I measure that greatly, for example. So if you treat someone like that poorly, I'm not going to give you the best and most vulnerable parts of me. Like, it's just not going to happen. So it's just like, I don't know. It's like, it's hard. I don't know.
I do have a question for you then.
Ooh.
So
Question
I'm
time
interviewing
with
you
Jonah.
now.
No, not.
But like, so since you were describing how it's the specific type of thing you're looking to kind of like
Let's be friends. Let's do friends. Like a friendship.
Yeah, no, I mean,
okay.
that's with people, whoever you want to put it in.
And this doesn't, I'm not trying to like diagnose you or anything, but like, where's the line between loneliness and you're depressed?
Jonna, I don't know. I think I experienced both.
Aren't you like a therapist trying to
went
say,
to
not
school.
trying to
I
diagnose
said
you,
psychology.
but like,
but I work in training now.
So what makes you ask that question specifically?
Because like just how you were describing it, that's the kind of stuff that people look out for when they're kind of just depressed. Like there's some kind of void you can't
figure it
close almost. And that usually lends itself to depression. So it could be a combination of the two, or it could just be, you know, you just straight up lonely and I'm overthinking it.
I would say I'm kind of depressed.
That can go into, you know, why that, you know, the generation below us can feel that loneliness. It could be depression. Because social media, all you're doing is staring at your phone all day. You're not going outside. You're not having any human interaction.
And I think the light from your phone is also really bad for you.
Yeah.
Like no, that's true. That's a true statement. I think it does
like
alter.
Any screen, honestly.
Yeah, but that blue light is.
I mean, the screens as in like computers too.
I know that. Well, I'm just saying blue because they all carry the same frequency. But yeah, you're right. But Jonah, that's a good question. I probably am both, to be honest.
Okay.
Well, if you are both, please go to your, you know, mental health hotline, therapy, group therapy, solo therapy, virtual therapy.
There are a lot of
gotta
resources
get some help.
for people. NAMI is a good resource for people looking to like get into getting help and stuff like that.
You can find your own community
I'm very
anywhere.
Pro therapy.
Yes.
Pro
I
therapy.
tell everyone to
too.
go to therapy. I go to therapy. That might be too much information, but you know.
No, nothing.
I don't think. Well, no, it's
I think
relatable.
It's super common. It's super common now.
And you know, when you're in our community,
I like how you
you started blah, blah, blah.
No, she said
but never mind.
Right. When you're within a certain community of color,
right?
There's a stigma that kind of goes with therapy. People saying like, "Oh, you crazy?
Oh,
like,
you
just need to go to church."
As like, Black community, I'll just say it. We have a horrible relationship with therapy and therapists.
Well, not even just that. It's just mental health. We are not really great with mental health.
People don't take it seriously
because it's a joke.
Yeah,
to most.
Like you said, it goes to, oh, I need this. So you're crazy? What's wrong with you? You're this, you're that.
And everyone wants to throw Jesus back in your face.
Yeah.
Well, that is true. Oh.
Do we think of a new topic?
I think so. I think that
because I guess sometimes religion could be, people use it kind of as a.
people do
See,
use
now I
a
have to be
crutch.
careful what I say.
Yeah,
so-
I was about to say something like that too. I don't.
People use
That
religion as
is-
a crutch, and
Well, that's straight
It's-
right to the point, isn't it?
Yes.
yeah, they're good Christians. I'm not. So
I don't know if I'd say that.
wouldn't- Both of us were like, wait a minute. Wait.
I don't know if I'd say
I-
that.
I also just have a complicated relationship with religion in general.
So do I.
So,
So do I.
I mean, maybe that's part of the reason I'm as
But then-
straightforward about it. But I've seen a lot of people in the church ignore their mental health.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a
Because-
lot of things that go on in the church that's ignored. So that's a whole different subject. in
Oh,
itself.
That is
like,
a
if we
100
talking about Catholicism,
Like,
No, no.
there's a- no, not this
to all my
podcast.
Catholic friends out there. No, but you're right. That yes, that is a whole another podcast, and we can talk about that.
Bring
Because
me
there
back for that
are.
one.
Yeah.
I will, because there are
That one
things I
is-
think in religions that are very questionable. I like to question everything, and I'm going to be honest with you. As far as religion, I have looked at now. I spent most of my life most of it in a Christian school, and that's all I'm going to say about that. But I went to college and I started taking history classes that kind of paralleled with the Crusades. And one thing you learn about the Crusades is that kings or whoever were using religion as a way to justify their killing of certain communities and groups. And it's just like, when you look at that, if I could get a religious figure to rewrite a whole canon to fit what I want it to say, I mean, it makes you look at everything a little differently and ask
There
questions,
is
you know?
no way the Bible is the exact same as it was.
What?
Like,
There's so many. Yeah.
no way. I refuse to believe it. This could also just be me being a conspiracy theorist, but like, I
No,
we
feel
love a
like
good conspiracy.
theory.
I love a good
twins
theory.
over here. But
I even made this, Jonna.
Oh, here we go again. Here we go again.
do I have to put on my tinfoil hat for
It's
this
a-
segment?
it's
Here
a
we go
tinfoil.
again.
Boop. So yeah, we're just gonna set that there. Yeah, Jonna. So, but yeah,
conspiracy time. So
right.
There's like
Like-
2 episodes where she has this hat. I'm sure y'all can find them.
Yeah. I'll link it. Just click that right there. Mm-hmm.
But you know, typically the people in power are the ones who write history. So the people in power are typically the ones who write religion as well. So
And
ju-
everything.
that's
I mean,
all I've got to say.
History.
changes.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you though. I do have lots of questions as far as religion, and I've kind of taken up rereading the Bible again. Well, I've never read the Bible whole, so that's kind of
Okay,
funny.
yeah.
You spend your life in a Christian school and never read the whole Bible, so I know I just contradicted in
Not
here.
really. I mean, I
But,
get it because you only do like, read this.
I think it's because I was afraid of it for a long
Oh,
time, and then now,
The Bible
and then,
terrified me when I was a kid.
yeah, and then now that I, around 11 or 12, right when I was getting baptized, I had all these questions, and then everybody's just like, "Man, I can't answer that." Like,
Well,
I can answer
mean,
these questions
think-
for you.
I wouldn't say terrified because it's like, okay, yeah, I knew and stuff
I
like
think
that. But
No, it scared
what's
me.
so funny is the fact that, like, I think I've told both of y'all this before. Until I went to high school, I really did not thumb through it. When I went to orientation, I picked up the dictionary because I didn't by accident.
Ooh.
Girl,
That's
they
incredible.
shouldn't put the
Ooh.
dictionary next to the Bible. And
That's
they
an
said, grab the Bible. And I grabbed it.
that's an incredible mix-up.
Hey, in my defense, they didn't say which one was which.
Right.
Cheap school. So,
Well,
but then it was just also like, even going there for 4 years, I didn't sit there and read the whole thing front to back.
I never did.
And mine's was just
I'm
like,
trying now, though.
mine's was, what you need to read for Bible class.
pretty much that was mine too. But like how religion was taught to me throughout my schooling, and I'm like you, I was in Christian school from pre-K until I graduated high school.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. It was a whole lot of death talk for a 5-year-old to really comprehend.
So y'all had like talks about it. Mine's was like,
Yeah.
mine's was more of a, here, sit in front of this TV and watch Bible Man.
I think for me, not Bible Man.
I was a VeggieTales girl.
No, I watched that
Oh,
too,
VeggieTales
but it
will
was
hit
like,
every time.
no,
Every
trust me,
time.
every single episode still got the DVDs. But yeah, but the more, I guess, for my parents' sake, the realistic was watch the real life stuff like that. So that was more of my teaching of it, was the VeggieTales Bible Man and stuff like that.
See, in
I
my
couldn't
house,
say
it wasn't-
hell for the longest time.
We weren't like that in my household. Like there wasn't teaching it in the house. Like my mom still took me to church, but my dad.
Oh, see, that's another
I didn't
thing.
go to church.
Me either.
I went
the
to church when
first-
I was a kid.
Girl,
No, I think I
went to
started going
church.
after I was baptized.
I think I went to church probably I can count on one hand, and that was probably for like a Mother's Day or an Easter, and
Oh,
then
wow.
every Thursday. For
What
4
are those
years
called?
straight.
There's like
Wow.
a certain name for Christians that only go on Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Easter.
Oh
Yeah.
man, I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. But for me, it wasn't okay. When I said it scared me, it wasn't like. It just seemed like a lot of commitment at a young age. Like
Yeah.
you can't mess
'Cause you
up,
don't
you
understand
can't
it
not do
either.
this.
Mhm.
And I'm just like, I don't even understand what this is.
Yeah, trying to like break down heaven and hell
It's
when
a
you
lot.
are like just learning right and wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a
definitely
lot.
I don't think you should introduce children so young to religion, and that's my hot take.
That's your hot take.
My hot take. I know people are like, bring them up in the church, and I'm like, okay, yeah.
But sometimes the church
there's
doesn't like
also-
them.
Okay, this is sounding like we have to delve into this like in another episode. of
Yeah.
this. Okay, we gonna book.
gonna
I'm
put
a
a
bookmark.
bookmark.
My bad.
we gonna bookmark
Put a
this
pin
right
in it.
here.
Yes.
Okay, but okay, one
All
thing.
this stemming from loneliness.
Right, I was gonna say, going back to loneliness though. No, but if you're feeling loneliness or even depression, or if you sound like me, I don't know. Let us know in the comments if what I'm explaining sounds familiar, and if it does, I don't know. Share your story. I mean, if you feel comfortable, there's no pressure here. I just want to know if I'm the only one losing my mind or not. But
You're
like
not.
they said, there are avenues to seek help, and if you can, we definitely support that and want you to do that. We don't want you suffering in silence because that's not healthy at all. So if
Yeah.
you can, try to find someone to speak
or
with,
different tools.
Yeah,
There's a
just
lot
to
out
just
there.
to make sure your mental health is okay. But before we go, you guys were telling me about this, and I didn't even know this happened. But allegedly, Chris Brown and his friends, or maybe I shouldn't call them friends. Let me see.
crew.
Entourage.
On the
His-
thing it said crew.
Chris Brown allegedly Chris
It
Brown and
said
crew jumped
The
singer
Breezy
Usher.
Squad.
Yeah.
Y'all don't even get names. Y'all is just
No, it said
crew.
Christopher Brown and crew.
Okay. Allegedly, they jumped Usher at his birthday party after Usher sang him happy birthday.
I mean, it's a great way to thank someone, right?
I know. I love when I punch somebody after they
Yeah.
sing me happy birthday.
Yeah.
I just want to know if he had Tim's on. If they had Tim's on, they're stomping Usher out.
I just don't imagine.
Not at Breezy de Mayo.
Yeah, Breezy DeMaio.
Ew. I
Very
can't
creative.
imagine him fighting for real. Like
That's why it said
Usher.
and crew.
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown.
That's
also,
why it
well,
said-
Usher. He's been in the industry for decades and has never had a
Yeah.
headline like this.
Why do you
Christopher
think?
Brown is violent, allegedly.
Why do you
But-
think it said and crew?
Yeah, his crew is the one who probably did the real work. He only hit women, allegedly.
Allegedly. But if you
Okay,
Google
I'm sorry.
his,
That was
but if you Google his name, there will be about 3 that popped up.
alleged. Wow.
And
Allegedly,
Frank Ocean, apparently.
4 people that pop up.
And he doesn't like chairs. Allegedly.
He's got beef.
That
with
was not
chairs.
allegedly. You can find that video online.
That is so wild.
He's got beef with chairs.
He needs help.
Can you imagine those people just like walking down the street and it's just,
It's just
a
a
chair?
flying chair. The way
That
I
would
would have
be my
pretended to
luck.
have gotten hit.
Oh my gosh.
Ow! My back! My back!
Right.
The lawsuit.
I would have pretend that, just like how I told you. I would pretend when Pebble hit me in the face.
Oh, ASAP. Right. Yeah, no. I'm telling you, that girl's she's gonna come back. It's gonna stop being cute for camera. Oh my God, he touched me. And the minute she start having neck spasms,
Her glasses
She's
gonna
calling
be broke
her-
on the ground.
Gonna come into court looking
she's
like
calling
this.
her lawyer. She's gonna have
the
a neck
glasses
brace
gonna be
on.
all tilted.
Exactly. The glasses are going right back to how they look.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
put a crack in the glasses just to make it real.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, Chris needs some help. I really hope that he gets
Allegedly
the help
that he
needs.
gets off the drugs that aren't.
Yeah, because they saying he's on allegedly some hard stuff. Allegedly,
Mm-hmm.
and allegedly it may be white. Allegedly,
Or
Pure
any
white.
other,
allegedly,
Wait, we don't know what else Hollywood may be smoking. It could be purple. It could be white. It could
or
be,
yellow.
exactly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, but it ain't green.
It could be
Speaking
crystal.
of, wait a minute. Speaking of green, y'all know Sexy Red, the rapper with the Pound Town song,
Yes, because you sent.
right? My coochie pink, my booty.
Oh,
blue.
yes.
I knew you knew who it
I am
was.
sad that is how you recognize it. All right. So anyway, this young lady is a rapper, and she has a song called Pound Town with the lyrics I just said. But she's coming out with lip gloss, and I was thoroughly disgusted with the titles of the lip gloss.
Wait,
Oh,
what
God.
were they?
Oh my God, Grandma, just please stop this video right now. And please, everyone who's older, please.
Names for my lip gloss is something that nobody would have ever thought of. I got one called Nut, and it's the color of some nut. I got one called Gonorrhea. It's green like gonorrhea. I got one called Yellow Discharge, like how girls be having yellow discharge. Booty hole pink, booty hole brown, coochie juice. And coochie juice is clear with silver glitter. It's cute, like the cute, and it smells good. And it's sold. Like,
Yellow Discharge. And that's it. Nut. Coochie juice.
Wait, they just get progressively
Gonorrhea.
Whoa!
Who's putting gonorrhea on their lips?
A lot of people, and they don't know it, technically.
Who's gonna go, hey girl, what you wearing? Yellow Discharge. Like,
I got that gonorrhea.
Yeah, that new one. That new glow.
When I tell you, I've never been so disgusted in my life. I'm all for, okay, you say what you want, but that's nasty.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
What's her name? Do you know the name of her brand?
No. I don't know. Sexy red lip gloss. I don't know, but that's nasty, ma'am. That's a red flag.
And this is
violation.
Real.
Yes. Some of it sold out already, and people are calling her
I bet
marketing.
it's gonorrhea.
Why that one? And
She's up there with Sukihana.
No, I find Sukihana funny. She has a song called "Eating" that is pretty.
I gave you my.
I'm gonna see if I can figure out how to put a clip of that song in here.
Oh, there's gonna be a lot of believing.
It's pretty. Yeah, but you know,
vulgar.
It's very vulgar. And well, you know what? I'll just summarize it. She talks about eating the man's behind. Now, I don't kink shame.
Bragging about that.
I don't kink shame. I don't kink
it.
shame. So you can do what you want if that's what you're into. But
did you see her interview with Jason Lee, where she was like,
I showed my grandmother that,
hyping up Young Miami, like, yeah, I mean, sometimes you need a little.
About me, I feel like I'm Young Miami. I love when the piss on me. That was a real. Y'all scared to talk about what the y'all like, cause y'all so worried about what these bitches gonna think. Baby, if you piss on me, make sure you get my hair done after. Yeah. Piss on me, piss in my mouth. Let me piss on his mouth. Let me piss in your mouth, fart in your face. I want to on top of your hair and rub it in. I like to open my legs, squat my ass over his face, and give me a nice little fart in.
I showed my grandmother that clip. This was her look.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. She was disgusted. I think, okay, I'm for self-expression, but at some point it's too much.
Know less about each other.
Yes, I don't need to know about your charges, physical charges, discharges. I don't mischarges. I don't want to know about any of them. Please.
I don't want to know what is sprinkled on you.
It takes a lot for me to get disgusted like that. I was disgusted. Sukihana's song didn't disgust me as much as that.
Broach that subject with the partner. Like, hey,
you know what I want you to do tonight, girl? Like, no.
I like it when girls do.
I like showers of the golden variety. Can you assist me? I think that's how you facilitate that. I mean, not me. Whoa. Not me.
Soundbite.
That's why I was like, whoa.
Yeah, no, not me. But that's probably how I'm doing. How do you ask for a chocolate one?
So in the middle of dinner,
whoa.
So in the middle of dinner, you're just gonna sit there and go, "Hey, I'm into showers, the golden type." That's what you're.
No, you didn't say it. I'm into showers of the golden variety. You see, it adds a little
class to it.
Adds some class to it.
Because sometimes it might not be yellow. Like,
would that be a deal breaker for you guys?
I ain't letting nobody pee on me.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm not that level of kinky. I'm sorry.
Some people would just be like, I mean, open relationship. He can do that with other people.
There's a toilet you can do that in.
Just leave.
And if that doesn't satisfy you, well,
and the way these men's diets be,
that's what I'm like.
Might actually be acid and burn a hole.
That's why I said some might not be yellow.
Wait, what color are you talking about?
Yes.
I'm going clear, and you went way left.
Because I don't have much faith in a lot of them.
Wow.
And the water ain't going in. It's definitely giving dark.
It's giving Hennessy and Black and Mild. So they're gonna be
Hennessy and Black and Mild.
It's
my gosh.
gonna be neon yellow.
Oh my gosh.
It might glow in the dark.
On a good day. That's on a good day. Probably.
It'll look like, that slime kids be playing.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That could never. I got limitations.
No.
I would never, could never. I might actually hit you if you suggested it.
I don't think I can. I'm just leaving. The second they go, can I no.
I don't know. What do you guys think? Are you guys down? First of all, are you buying Sexy Red? Sexy is that her name?
You buying gonorrhea?
Are you buying the horribly named lip glosses? What do you think of Sukihana's song about eating men behind? That's just, we're gonna pray for her. I like Suki, but we're gonna pray for her. And then, are you into the?
What are your kinks?
Exactly.
What are your kinks? Are you into the showers of the golden variety?
Are you a foot person?
Let us know.
Are you just a normal person? No kink shaming though, but still.
First of all, there's a loophole to the feet thing. Really quickly before we end.
What?
People post their feet online,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
You can use somebody else's feet and sell it.
There is a website for that too. You know, if you're looking for a side hustle
Yeah.
audience,
Really is.
Rub your feet in some cake. I guarantee you,
Not rub your feet.
you're gonna make some money. Yeah,
just get that fresh pedicure. Some people, there's a kink for people who don't like the fresh
That's
pedicures
true.
too.
That
Get
is
them
true.
ashy. Some people like.
Whatever.
okay, I give up on the world. What is happening? I know
Whatever
exactly.
brings you the
I know
money.
who's going to Mars first. I know that. When they start shooting people into space, I got a list of who we're sending first.
Who's number one?
No, that's for me.
No,
Maybe
that's for
maybe
me.
when this is more farther along, I'll say.
Okay.
Okay. So
All right.
y'all gotta be sharing and liking so we
Sharing
can
and
get that
liking.
story.
So you
I'm
get the
curious.
exclusive tea of who's going to Mars first. Hey, if you could send anyone to Mars, who you sending first? That's a funny question.
Ooh, I got a list too.
Let us know in the comments. But that wraps the end of this show, you guys. Thank you so much for joining us this week. Jana, it was a pleasure having you. I hope that you enjoyed your time here.
Thank you for having me. I had a great time.
And also do me a huge favor. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like this video. Leave us a comment if you're feeling courageous. No judgment here. And share this video. Drop it in the group chat and just let it simmer in there for me, please, because
Leave some questions too.
and leave some
Yes.
questions, because I would look. I take viewer questions. Just show the love back, and we'll just keep this
DM
thing
the Pow
going.
Wow Lounge,
You
everything.
want some
follow-
advice, send
Yeah.
some
Yeah, if you have
stories.
send me a story if you want my advice. Now, I'm gonna give it to you real, but I'm gonna respect feelings as well because I'm empathetic. So
Ooh,
I'm gonna give you the
how
truth,
Sweet.
but I'm gonna
She won't be as empathetic.
don't know.
It depends on the subject. It depends on the subject. But I am curious.
and we'll get it together.
Brianna will call you stupid on air.
Yeah, just
I wouldn't
Say
say
you want me.
stupid. Just the elevator don't go to the top.
that's stupid. So
But I'm not saying it per se.
okay, but make sure you share this video, like, comment, subscribe, and follow the show at the Pow Wow Lounge on Instagram and Twitter. We're still working on TikTok. Donna's going to give me a tutorial before she leaves.
I might be your social media manager.
Right.
All right.
And thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in 2 weeks. Bye.